Okay, today's October 3rd. I'm gonna make an attempt at doing a little bit of a recovery journal. So this will be my first entry, I guess. I'll start at the beginning. On September 27th, which was 6 days ago, I was paragliding at Blue Grouse Mountain in West Kelowna. It was not an ideal day. Wind was blowing a little bit faster than I'm used to and was not in an ideal direction. I did not use very good judgment, and I should have packed up and left that day, but I decided to try to launch. Pretty much immediately after launch, I ran into some rotor and some bad air, and got pitched down to the ground pretty hard. I required helicopter evacuation from the hill, and I sustained some pretty serious injuries. I'm pretty grateful for those first responders. They did a great job getting me off. I don't know how I would have gotten out without them. So thank you, those guys. When I got to the hospital, they did some quick diagnostics on me. They asked about my pain, and they did some x-rays and CT scans, and they came back to me with a diagnosis of a dislocated talus in my right ankle. And a compression and something else, fracture in my L2 vertebrae. My L2 vertebrae was broken apart, and there was significant impingement on my spinal cord and bruising around my spinal cord, which left me with a lot of mobility and sensation limitations in my legs. They brought me in for emergency surgery and repaired my spine as best they could, and also fixed my dislocated ankle. And I went to bed that first night. The next day came around, and they tried to get me to sit up in my bed and put weight on my left leg, and it was immediately apparent that it was very heavily swollen, and it was very painful. So they took me for some more x-rays and discovered that I actually had broken my knee as well in my left leg. So they, since it was so swollen, they weren't able to do the operation immediately, but they filleted me open on my calf along here and on the other side of my calf to relieve some pressure. And they put a external fixating device, something they called, it was a metal bar, or two metal bars that stuck in my thigh here and then went down to my shin, and secured my leg in place, and scheduled my surgery for my knee for 2 days later. I'm hoping that is the extent of the injuries there were. I hope they didn't miss anything else. Um, I have not left my hospital bed since coming to the hospital. I mean, I've been moved from bed to bed, but I haven't been able to get up out of bed. Um, so, yeah, this will be my my 6th night here. I'll give you a demo of what kind of movement I have in my legs here. I can wiggle my toes a little bit. It's pretty painful to move them around, but I can lift this leg off the pillow. This leg, I cannot lift. I can do a little bit of flex with my knee there, but I can't lift my leg off the bed. My legs are very tingly and numb. Especially this leg is very tingly and numb on the top of my thigh here. There is good ankle movement, more so on my right than on my left. It's been a pretty rough go for the last few days. I've broken quite a few bones before in my life, but I've never had a spinal cord injury, and I've never had any kind of paralysis, and it's very scary, and I've been having some pretty dark emotions surrounding everything. I've been given pretty optimistic recovery timelines and expectations for my injuries. I've been told that my ankle is technically a weight-bearing injury. I can't actually get out of bed to put any weight on my leg, but it's good to know that once I do start regaining some mobility, that I do have a leg to stand on, so to speak. My knee has been given a 3-month recovery window before it will be considered a weight-bearing injury. And my spine, my neurosurgeon seems to be pretty confident that over the next 3 to 6 months I will start regaining sensation and mobility back as the swelling goes down on my spine. So I'm trying to focus on that. I'm trying to stay positive as I can, but it's been very hard to deal with for the last little while. Few notable things. I got my catheter out last night, so I'm using these to pee. Had my first bowel movement today in a bedpan, which was pretty dehumanizing and disgusting, but it's good that things are at least moving. I've been on a lot of medication and haven't really been eating a lot, so that is at least a step in the right direction. Um, I had a physio appointment today. They were able to get me sitting up on the edge of the bed with significant help from my two physiotherapists, and a lot of pain. I was also got follow-up x-rays done, sitting on a stretcher today for my spine, and my neurosurgeon came by and said everything looks stable and good. It's still a lot of swelling, but it's really just kind of waiting on things to go down so I can start rehabbing. I'm pretty fucking scared of the months and who knows how long of time ahead to come. I'm obviously not going back to work anytime soon. I'm not really getting out of the hospital anytime soon. I've been having really vivid nightmares, especially last night. Just a lot of death and just very vivid imagery. Not regarding my accident, just death in general. I want to be positive, but it's pretty hard right now. Kind of afraid to go to bed tonight. I don't want any more nightmares. I was put on IV Gravol last night, and I think maybe that was what that was, but I'm not doing that tonight. They're going to give me a different kind of sleeping pill to help me sleep through the night, and maybe that'll be better. I've been on mainly Hydromorph or Dilaudid, IV in the beginning, but they've taken me off of any IV drip, and they've just been giving me oral medication over the last few days. I was told by my night nurse that Hydromorph could be the cause of the nightmares as well, but I can't really give up on pain medication. I need that for management. Been pretty depressed. I was depressed before the accident as well. I had my first session with a therapist scheduled for the day after my accident, which I obviously wasn't able to attend. I'm told that I will be in touch with a psychologist at some point during my stay here. Let's see what they have to say. I am in pretty rough shape. I hope things get better. Yeah. Gonna try to make regular updates on my recovery as things go. But I don't really have much else to say right now. Thanks to anyone who's watching.